old man. Woo! All right. So how we doing today, everybody? Woo! Nope, I don't own the rights to this music, man. Don't own the rights. I know YouTube. I know I don't. So please just put away the barbed wire wrapped fist. I know. I'm just doing my thing over here. I know I don't own the rights to that music. But the band I'm going to cover today does. I know I said I probably wasn't going to cover this show, just because I had a couple others I could have covered as well, but some cool stuff happened on this show that I want to cover. And the set list wasn't the same like I thought it would be. In fact, about a third different set list. So I'm going to go and cover it, but here we are. Welcome back to the show. For those who watch every week, thank you. This is episode 25, so we're going to call this the end of season 1. 25 episodes. I figured that was a good point to stop. My green folder is getting full, so I'm going to start a red folder. That's going to be season 2. So, same format, same shit. It's just a different folder, because I fucking getting that folder full. It's going to get torn up and shit. So we're going to start a new folder and a new season, just call it season 2. So here we are back. This is last, before I get too far deep into this, so we still got more rocking to do, you biatches. I switched it up again there for you. Anyway, yes, last Friday night, October 20th, 2023, at the Golden Nugget right on Fremont Street. We were there again, and one thing that was very unique about this show, I'm getting to the venue, forces who I won't speak about, could have been head forces, person forces, just forces directed me to the lady at the podium up at the theater at the Golden Nugget, and I spoke to said lady at the podium and said, told her who I was, showed her my employee badge and stuff, and, just said, hey, and next thing you know, she's like, well, do you want to be in the front row? And I said, does a Catholic priest molest older boys and not get punished for their crimes? Yes, of course I want to be up front. Yes. So I was placed right up front, and literally, like, I'm fist bumping the guitarist, I'm fist bumping the lead singer, the bassist. I couldn't reach the drummer, of course, he's way back there. But and the keyboard guy, he didn't really move either. But he kind of looked like a poor man's Ron Jeremy. So I was really stoked about that, because I don't remember, I was at a different angle the last time I seen these guys, so I didn't really get to see the keyboard guy very much, because I was standing off to the side on the other side of the theater, and I was just jamming anyway. So yeah, this guy looked like a poor man's Ron Jeremy in a suit with a tie that wasn't really tied up here. It was just kind of there. He plays the keyboards and can sing his ass off, so he did a hell of a job. I dug it. And the announcer comes out, and of course, before he brings on the band, he's going to talk about some upcoming other shows and stuff that's going to be happening at the theater and stuff here coming up. Really good shows coming at the Golden Nugget soon, so he wants to mention those. And one of the things he mentions is the Grassroots is coming back soon. So then when he goes to announce the band, the Guess Who, he said, all right now I'm going to bring out the Grassroots. And then, as he walked out the stage, you can see him kind of stop and realize that he shit the bed. He shit the bed. And of course, the Guess Who came out and made a little joke about how, the Grassroots and stuff. It was funny the announcer messed up like that. And some people thought, including my wife, some people thought that he did that as a joke. And I was like, no, he was not joking. And we all had fun with it. So it was cool. I also, let me show you real quick here, a couple little souvenirs. I got 3 picks at this show. This one, the old-fashioned way, to where I pretty much, tossed it. I got it on the floor before everybody else did. My pick. The second one I got was just handed to me by the guitarist at the end of the show after the last song, which was really cool because he was handing out a bunch, and I was like, meh, meh, meh. And he gave me I got another one, so I was like, hell yeah. And then this one here, I noticed when he chucked one out earlier in the show, it went back a few rows, but I didn't see anybody really breaking towards it. So I kept it in my head and said, after the show, I'm going to go back there, and I bet you I'm going to find that damn pick. And I goddamn did. My picks. Fucking 3, yeah. So I was front row, picks. The set list is fucking great. Man, I like this set list even better than the last set list, and the last set list was good too. But Gary Peterson, the last original, was back in the drums. Remember, this band is from the late 60s, mid to late 60s, based out of Canada. That's how long these guys have been making music. They just put out a new album too, called Plein d'Amour. Hopefully I said that right. I don't know if I did. It's like a French word, and we'll go over that a little bit later on in the set list. But, so anyway, yeah, so it was a great show. Gary Peterson back on the drums. That was cool. Derek Sharp, he's been the lead vocalist now since 2008. He is awesome on the vocals, man. He really is. And he plays guitar, rhythm guitar as well. And he can do some lead. He'll do some solos in the songs and stuff too, I noticed. But the guy who also is shredding the guitar, been there since 2021. Hopefully I say his last name right. Mike Sterto. All I know is he wore Converse All-Star Chucks, which is cool. Rock on. And he was bad to the bone on the guitar. He rocked the fucking house. Plus, he was responsible for the two of the 3 picks that I got. And actually the third one, well, I can't remember who threw out that one. But anyway, he's badass on the guitars. And like I said before, we got Leonard, poor man's Ron Jeremy Shaw on the keyboards over there. He was tearing it up. Plus, he can sing his ass off, too. But he was really good. Like I say, kind of looked like a poor man's Ron Jeremy, which you get points for that, dude. Don't think that is a bad thing. If you watch this review and have ever seen this review, that's not a bad thing. You get points for that. Because if you can pull off looking like Ron Jeremy and you play in a band, you're cool. And then the guy on the bass since 2021, Michael Devin, phenomenal bassist. He came down to where he stayed on the other side for the most part, but he would come down there once in a while and get right in front of it. And yeah, I mean, it was into it. Crowd was good. Not everybody was standing for every song. Now the encore, the whole 3 songs, they were all people standing, so it was awesome. Then there were certain of the bigger tunes, especially when the band wanted you to stand up for sure. They're like, all right now, man, you gotta remember this is a rock show. We need you to stand up for this next one for sure. And that was kind of cool because, it's older crowd. So a lot of these people, they're not sure. Do I want to stand up that long? I really don't want to, but, it is a rock show. People got to remember that. And like I said, Golden Nugget has to be my second favorite venue. The first one being Back Theater just because of the signs that they have up. You are encouraged to stand during the performance, and I'm telling you, it's like a refreshing breath of air when you see those signs that yes, so if I want to jam and stand up, I can without being harassed. And if they harass me about it, they're in the wrong. I'm not. And you don't have to even worry about, do I get the feeling of I'm wrong? No, because the fucking signs say you can do it. So fuck you. I'm rocking and rolling. You can suck it. All right, let's get into the set list. Song number 1, called The King. Good old tune. I'm not super familiar with that one, but it was a good rocking tune to kind of start off the set. Clap for the Wolfman, the song that I came in on, was the second tune. And then they do Gary Peterson's favorite Guess Who song called She's Come Undone, or they called it just Undone, but I call it Come Undone. But that's one of my favorite Guess Who tunes as well. Then they play No Sugar Tonight, which is badass. And then they do another song, a little, not one of their mainstream hits, but it's called People Around Me, that was pretty cool. Then they do a version of Shakin' All Over, which has been covered by numerous bands I mentioned in the first review. That's why I'm not going to go over all those bands again. One band that I think of in particular that covered it was The Who. Not just, we're covering the Guess Who it here, but the band just The Who, not Guess Who, but The Who. They did a version of Shakin' All Over that's really cool. And then they go into song number 7 was Headline. Then they're coming back to some of their hits, Hand Me Down World. Then they do a song called Baby that feeds right into the song Share the Land, which is Share the Land is a really famous Guess Who tune. Then they let Michael Devin come out and just do some bass solo stuff for about 3 minutes all to himself, which was pretty cool. And, if it's going to be bass stuff, about 3 minutes as well, you can really handle very far. Like, all right, dude, let's wrap this shit up. You want to get the wrap it up box and wrap it up, bitch. Wrap that shit up and let's get on with the shit. And they come out and they play American Woman to finish up the regular set. And then, of course, it's only 11 tunes if you count the bass solo. So, of course, the Guess Who's like, we're not done. We're just old. We got to go back and take a sip of water real quick. And then, of course, they come right back out. Kind of talk to the crowd a little bit. Then they're going to come out with the song, like I said, I mentioned it a little bit ago, called Plein d'amour. It's a French word, French phrase, meaning full of love in American, or English. In American. Sorry. I'm not a fucking wordsmith here, guys. I'm just talking about the shows, Just kind of let me slide, and I'm not editing shit. I could fall this fucking chair right now, and I'm not redoing nothing. And, I'm just going to get back up and finish this show and be like, I'm not editing, okay? So, so they talk about that song. It's on the called new album. I guess I hope I said that word right in the French version of it. I know I can say the full of love part pretty good in English. Almost said it again. Anyway, then they're going to play a couple good tunes as far as really well-known Guess Who tunes to finish up the encore. These Eyes, kind of like an old slow kind of rock ballad, old classic rock and roll love ballad for the ladies. Ladies love that song. And then, of course, they play No Time, which is really one of my favorite Guess Who tunes right there. That's a badass tune. I almost came in on that song, but my son's a huge fan of wolves, or wolves, whatever you want to fucking call it. And then, so I was like, let me come in and clap for the wolf, man. Give a little clap to my son. In fact, I think I might even have my son be the special guest with me next week. Because I think we're going to talk about the Rob Zombie and Alice Cooper concert that's going to be this fucking Saturday. I cannot fucking wait. I got the Colt on Friday. If anybody needs a free ticket to the show, for people who are subscribing to my channel, like I said, I'll just toss you a fucking ticket if you want to go. You'll have to sit by me, though. I'll pass back the vape to you every once in a while. We'll fucking get baked. And anyway, it'll be a great time. Like I said, if you remember the album Sonic Temple was their big album, but they had a few other pretty good albums. I actually met Les Warner on this apartment property. He was banging one of the ladies that lives down in building 26 a few years back. I helped him carry out a mattress to the dumpster out of her apartment. And I'm like, I bet you Les Warner fucked on this mattress right here. Rock and roll jizz on this mattress I'm carrying out right here. So, man, that was kind of cool, weird way. Anyway, all right, that wraps up episode 25. That wraps up season 1. Whew. I'm going hard 25 straight weeks for you all, man. I hope you're all trying to at least spread the message. Like I said, if you're trying, that's cool. If you're not trying, please try. Because like I said, we're just trying to spread a good word. You got people trying to spread around political words all the time. At least throw a word out there about some cool-ass rock and roll and shit, man. That's all I'm saying. I'd rather hear about rock and roll and political shit all day long. So, yeah, man, let's get together, man. Like I said, get a hold of me, people, especially for those that live by, and if you happen to check out the show or subscribe to the show, let's go to a fucking free concert. Even if you got to meet me there, you're not going to have to pay for parking because this venue doesn't have fucking where you pay for your parking, man. So it's cool. And it's going to be a good show. I know it's going to be a good show. I already got that feeling. I got that feeling in my loins. I don't know. I don't think guys have loins, but whatever the fuck. I ain't editing a goddamn thing. I got to get out of here. I'm fucking crazy. I got to get the fuck out. Enjoy the rest of my day off. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. And check this out, and send this out, Hopefully I get you all laughing, get you thinking about rocking a little bit. I'm going to get off here. I'm going to talk to y'all later with episode 26. But it's going to be season 2. I'm going to call it season 2, but I'm just going to keep going in a number order. But we're going to divide seasons every 25 episodes. So, all right, now, let's head out. And remember, we also got more rocking to do, bitch. try to stay happy and healthy. And that's all. Night night.